Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. Regardless of whether you're targeting the beginner banner to summon a character in 80 pools or you got the free ticket and you're deciding who to use, this video I want to give you a ranking order and what you should focus on as well. And you know we really don't waste any time on this channel. I want to give you the #1 recommendation right away, and I'll tell you the reasons why and give you my thought process in a detailed fashion. If you're interested in any of that, do watch on. We'll talk about all of these characters and their pros and cons too. So first up, my recommendation for most people, if you have no idea what to pick, Verena is a very safe choice. If you don't care about you don't have a favorite character whatsoever, she offers very strong healing. Healers are quite hard to find, and you generally need 2 to 3 teams in the late game, and you don't really have too many other options. Maybe Bai Zhi is one of them, the free 4-star character that we get. She offers something called a revive, protect from fatal damage, and a lot of sustain at the same time. So this is critical, especially if maybe you're facing harder content. It was very tough, your characters get one shot by accident. This is good, it could save your entire run. Just having it on the team, it adds a lot of value. And this comes with her without any resonance, no need additional copies. It comes straight away to us as well. One other character actually has this, and I just want to give more information to value add to your concepts so that you don't think that, oh, no other character has this, is unique to her. Actually, Bai Zhi, the free healer, has it in her resonance. It will be at resonance 5 over here. As you can see, a wish answered. If a member is down, she instantly revives. But generally, I would say that the team compositions in the meta, towards the end, what it will actually be looking like, and let me just see whether I can customize it here so I can get back into this mode. Generally, you will want to go with a main DPS, a sub DPS, like a hybrid or whatever, not maybe a buffer plus DPS, and last but not least, you want to go with a support, preferably a healer to sustain your entire team. So Verena is very strong. If you need 3 teams, she likely will take a while to get power crept or push out of meta. Even if she does, you have gotten a lot of value from this unit. If you're struggling with sustain, you want more units to push for harder content, I think Verena will help us out a lot, especially through the early to mid game, and that's my personal opinion. So #1 place, Verena, because of the various things we talked about. Not enough healers, we have multiple teams, decently good kit, good amounts of healing, helps us push in the early game where we need it the most. The other characters that I want to talk about is probably Kelkoro. Now this character is a caveat star. It could be your first pick as well, but it could never be your pick at all. And one thing I want to say about this character is he's very difficult to play in terms of get good skill difference. A good player will play this character so well, very nice to watch videos of, but a bad player like myself, slow hands, not very reactive, will likely struggle to really see him perform at his maximum value. He does have formed good teams with Yinling, so if you are interested in a character like Yinling coming up soon in the second banner, you probably might be interested in Kelkoro to form good teams with her. I just want to give a caveat that it's not super simple to play. You can watch some content on him to see whether you like this character or not. That's the huge caveat about it. But very strong DPS. Some argue in the community right now that it possibly could even rival some limited DPSs in the game. Very strong. Generally speaking, and we are across the board, roles are split into main DPS, hybrid or secondary DPS, and last but not least, of course, the supports. Characters like Kelkoro, main DPS, Verena, support healer role, Lingyang is main DPS, Encore is main DPS role, Jianxing is the hybrid DPS, which is going to be my 3rd pick. So Kelkoro, if you are really good at skill diff, probably could be your #1. If you are really good at dodging, you are super fast hand, can land all his combos perfectly and stuff like that, Kelkoro is arguably #1. So these two are tight depending on your skill level. For me personally, I am not very good with my hands. Jianxing probably will be my pick because I already got Verena from the standard pool. I was lucky enough to get her. I picked up Jianxing for my selection choice, and why I think this character is a good pick is she's very versatile. She's neither a main DPS, she's not a sub DPS and all. She fulfills many different roles, like a jack of all trades. She's not going to be the best in any role, but she's flexible enough to fill in a roster if you're looking for that additional character. One major or one downside that I would say that she has is she's aerial, so elemental coverage. If you are pulling for a character like Zian already, you might not need so many aerial characters, given that Zian probably wants to play with more Taffy as his secondary. So Jianxing might be a bit awkward, but she puts some good amounts of shield, she has self-healing, she has good amounts of AoE control, where she is able to crowd control enemies, good amounts of AoE damage. Very versatile character. I like it a lot. but given that I'm playing on largely a free-to-play account, I likely won't even be playing 5 stars too much. I just want to pick a versatile characters in the event that I do want to pick a 5-star character in future too. So those are the 3 thoughts. These are probably my top 3, but I want to add more value to you. I also want to talk about other characters in case some of you are lucky and already, or maybe pulled the other characters and you want to know what is the value of these 2 units. Let's talk about Encore first, who is in 4th place out of this list. She is not a bad character. I think she's quite friendly to newer players as well. The last 2 characters on this list are great for newer players. She is a range DPS, and for those of you who feel very comfortable playing Xia the gun girl, you will feel very comfortable playing Encore because of that range. Range is good. You don't have to learn too much boss mechanics that early on, especially when melee characters have to deal with faster moving attacks with less maybe lead time for you to dodge. Range is a little bit easier to predict because they come at you from afar. You have a bit more reaction time. Great for newer players trying to learn the game as well. One upside or downside to her is she doesn't have, because she's the main DPS, she doesn't have a hybrid DPS right now in the game that actually supports her to her full potential. You could argue that she's going to become better in future, so she has some scalability, but the downside of course is she's likely not going to pop off as hard as other characters who has dedicated supports for them, like Kalkuro with Yinling, like Tian with Mortefi, and etc, etc, even like for example with Sanhua and Ling Yan. These characters likely will be performing slightly at their best, because right now this is the time that you're looking for characters that are performing their best to help tide you through the early to mid game. And later on you probably have more resources, more pools to get limited characters and might substitute your teams. So depends on what you want to play, it depends on your play style. I think Encore is pretty much a safe pick as well, a good pick if you're looking for a main DPS, especially for the fire element, fire play style. Next up, of course, I want to talk about the last character on this list. It doesn't mean he's very, very lousy. In fact, I think that he is a very simple character play. Very good amounts of button mashing. We played him during the demo. I actually played this character in the CBT. I got him. Very, very fun character. Just bunga button mashing. Can jump in the sky with his lion dance thing. Good glacial coverage if you are looking for glacial teams, maybe elemental coverage. If you already are wailing for other categories, like you're wailing for electro, you're wailing for aero and stuff like that, if you're looking for something to just back you up on the glacial field, you could consider Ling Yan. Works very well with the 4-star Sanhua, which we all get for free as well for some sort of combo, a glacial combo that we're going on. But in long story short, the other characters just offer a bit more versatility or maybe a bit more benefit for a pure new player. Ling Yan, I think the true benefit of him is his simplicity to play. Just really bunga. And if you're a player who doesn't really care too much about learning mechanics as much, like combos and stuff, you just want to focus on learning boss mechanics, you want to focus on elemental coverage, Ling Yan probably will be the pick for you, or if you like his design, of course. Still good amounts of DPS, just I think the other characters might offer a bit more flexibility for the general player out there. And if you guys have a differing opinion or you want to share your thoughts, leave it in the comments below. I'm sure we will be happy to hear other people's opinions. Remember, this is just one man's opinion. I did have quite a bit of experience making guides so far, and if you want to see more of our guides with a free-to-play fashion, I'm not talking about it from a whale perspective, check out our channel. We clear the entire game so far with 4-star characters, and we are planning to do so in a free-to-play fashion for the rest of the account. As you can see here, I picked up Jianxing, not planning to build her anytime soon unless of course there's a request. Verena is the character that I got, so this is my 1 and 2. I'm not really a good skill character, so Kalkuro I didn't pick up yet, but I might put him on my request wish, and that's my honest opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more such future content, and see you in the next video.